So this is what I'll say. People like Candace Owens and Kanye, I will say, and this is without throwing Jewish people as a whole under the bus.
No, let's
because
be honest
I
here.
love my fellow Jewish people. But
I don't like the evil ones.
No, and I think they're right.
So I think that these people may have actually been wronged at some point. Maybe people like Candace, maybe people like
100%.
Tucker have actually been wronged by the wrong kind of Jew.
Oh, that's what
at
I'm
some
saying.
point.
Yeah.
And so then they just
We all have.
They racistly cast. Yeah, we all have at a certain level.
Yeah.
They just racistly cast this blank brush on all of us. You know, like all Jews are exactly like this.
Yeah.
There's only one kind of Jew.
Yeah.
That's what they're
That's what
saying.
they say.
And it's fucked up.
When they say the Jews instead of some Jews, or these criminals happen to be Jewish.
Right.
Like we never say the Christians.
No.
You can't make those kinds of statements.
No.
And
That's proof right there that you're off.
And it would be immoral to do that kind of thing.
And if you say Israel did it, I mean, you never say Denmark did this.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's proof right there that they're fucking out of their minds and they're
100%.
compromised.
Or the U.S.
And it's so deeply offensive because it really, and I'm not a person who gets offended easily. I mean, like I'm a YouTuber. I get
Me too.
the worst comments every day sent to me. I don't get offended, but like that kind of shit really riles me up because it completely ignores my existence.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It ignores everything my family went through, everything I'm doing to advocate for my people. I'm not rich. I don't know. My family never succeeded. They never became rich. We stayed baseline. We never got any money from any agencies.
Well, one in every 3 Israelis lives at poverty level.
Yeah, we never got any cabal money. We never got any string up to the top. And I promise you, it's not just because we're Mizrahi. It's because in general, that story didn't happen to Israel. Or for a lot of Israelis, it's not something that happened. You know, a lot of people in Israel are just suffering. They're just surviving. Living generation after generation from war to war, but they're resilient as hell. I mean, these people, you know the number one song on the radio in Israel today during the war? It's a song that goes, Hashem itbarach, tamid oev oti, v'tamid yeh li rak tov. Which means God is blessed, and I will always be blessed, and it will always be good for me. And every Muslim, every Jew, every Christian, every atheist in Israel is singing this song.
Mm-hmm.
It's the number one song on the radio. It's like everywhere you go in Israel, that tells you everything you need to know about Israel as a country.
Yeah.
These people are tapped into the light of God, let me tell you. Like, if you look for a more righteous group of people on planet Earth, you can't find it.
Or a more genius and utilitarian people. I remember when I was in Tel Aviv and I was sitting on my balcony sneaking a cigarette because I wasn't allowed to smoke. So, of course, I did smoke. But as I'm sitting out there cramped on this little tiny balcony, I look out and here comes a mother, a Jewish mother, you know, with the headscarf and the whole thing. And she or her husband or the both of them, I don't know, but she's got a wagon handle on a effing crib with wheels, and in it are 4 babies. She's turned a crib into a stroller. I never saw nothing so brilliant.
Yeah.
And 4 babies are in it, and she's just wheeling it down the street, shopping bags and children. A crib on wheels with a wagon handle. I thought, that is so genius. I need to steal that idea and market it. But then I thought, nobody in America has 4 children under the age of 2.
Can I tell a story when we were in Yafa?
Israeli innovation.
I used to be kind of more leftist about Israel. They're occupiers. I love your hat. Mom took me to Israel. I was still kind of lefty.
Were you young when you went?
No, this was 7 years ago.
Oh, okay.
I was becoming MAGA, but I had voted for Obama twice. But anyway, that's not important. What's important is we went to Yafa.
Mm-hmm.
Yafa.
And I was like, white colonizers, Israel's apartheid state. I was totally that guy. And we were staying there, and I walked the streets, and the announcements came up, you know, for the prayers, the Muslim prayers.
5 times a day.
5 times here's a sign. I go, what the fuck is that? And they're like, oh, it's Muslim prayers. I'm in Israel.
Mm.
And I'm walking, and Muslims are praying on the street. And I'm like, well, I thought they weren't allowed here, you know, so whatever. So I start researching, and I get to this corner market. It's a corner. It was a Israeli store and I guess a Muslim store. And one
thing you'll never see in any Muslim
No, but this
country.
is what people don't know. So it was free Palestine bumper stickers on this side and, you know, Zionist propaganda. And the owners of each, one was Israeli, one was Muslim. They were smoking and talking, and they were each hawking materials on this corner. And it blew my fucking mind because I had no idea. They live in peace, especially in Yafa. This is just south of Tel Aviv. It's a Muslim and Jewish shared space.
And
There's
everyone
no
who
hold on,
comes
please let me
buys
finish.
from each.
Please let me finish. There was no apartheid. There was total respect of each religion. There was a Muslim prayer happening in the streets, and the owners of the shops that were hawking pro-Muslim, pro-Jewish, they were out there smoking together, and they were like, "Whatever, we're just selling products."
I was so
I was
pissed
blown
off.
away. Nobody here in America knows that. They
Nobody.
don't know that you can't walk past the Western Wall into the Al-Aqsa Mosque without fucking armed guards. They don't know this, and I always when I keep asking you, what can we do better? One of the things I think we can
They
do
don't
better
know
is
that-
please let me finish. One of the things we can do better is explaining to Americans the state of Israel and where it is now. It is a shared space. It is not an apartheid state.
Yeah.
And they don't know that. They really think every Arab is living off in some tent, not getting aid. They don't realize it's a shared space. And I don't know why we're not doing a better
What
job
I
messaging
Can
that.
I talk now?
Yeah, I was almost done. Why aren't we doing a better job messaging this to people?
And why aren't we saying that every Arab house in Jerusalem has a ancient Jewish star on it above the door?
Yeah, a lot of them do.
Yeah.
A lot of them do.
And why aren't we saying that the Temple Mount is occupied territory of Jordan and no
That's what I'm
Jew is
saying.
allowed to pray at our holiest site?
Yeah.
And the reason it's covered with gold is because it does protect the, what's it called? Ark of the Covenant, and it is under there.
And under there, there's a synagogue.
That's right. And I did go way under there.
In the cave?
Yeah, I went
Wow.
way under. I went in the mikvah of the high priest.
Did you put a hijab on when you went in?
Do you know that every Jewish holy site is controlled by Arabs? You knew that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of them are. A lot of them are.
That one is.
That one is. I mean, first of all, it's completely immoral that the Jordanian Waqf controls is occupying. Let's talk for 1 second about
Thank you.
Jordan,
Yeah,
and
let's
I'm
do.
going to tackle what you said because
Thank
you
you.
brought up some amazing points.
Thank you.
Just maybe remind me if I start losing track, because I tend to.
No.
And I'll tell
on
you what, I
tangents.
was pissed off that I was in my hotel and the God blessed Muslim prayers was 5 times a day. I'm like,
Yeah, they're
I
loud.
thought I was in Israel where I could be a Jew and not have to hear loud Arab prayers over the loudspeaker 5 times
Super
a day.
loud.
That's the lovely muazzin
Yeah.
Yeah.
that they
Yeah.
go from the minaret and they blast it 5 times a day, but yet somehow we're an apartheid country.
Right.
So from
Most
the perspective
important
of
message.
Jordan,
Mhm.
let's break down Jordan for one
Yeah,
moment.
let's do the Hashemite
The
kingdom.
Hashemite king, where is the Hashemite family from? Saudi Arabia,
Mhm.
between Mecca and Medina.
Which
More
the
so,
British
the
family
Palestinian
invented.
flag, the Jordanian flag, the Pan-Arab flag, those 4 colors on the flag, the black, the red, the white, and the green. You've seen them on all the
Oh
Arab
yeah, they're
flags.
all over.
They stand for 4 Arab caliphates.
Mm-hmm.
The green is the Fatimid, the white is the Abbasid, I believe, the black is the Rashidun, the red, that is the Hashemite kingdom of between Mecca and Medina of Saudi Arabia.
That's right.
Has no connection to the Levant,
Absolutely.
but the Jordanian king, King Abdullah, is occupying Palestine.
That's right.
He's occupying,
Tell it. Mm-hmm.
and I've been to that country. Let me tell you, this is a fucked up place to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
There's
can
some
imagine.
good Jordanians. I'm not saying they aren't,
No,
but
it's
course.
feudalist.
I've been to Cairo as well. It's fucked up.
Mhm.
They are currently occupying Palestine from the Palestinians who want to self-determine with this random country called Jordan that never existed.
Jordan, Palestine.
And the
It's the
Hashemite
Palestinian state.
kingdom is literally an occupation of Saudi Arabia or
Right.
of this Saudi family
Right.
That's
in
right.
in the Levant. So that's one.
Right.
And the
Mhm.
fact that they have any territorial control over the Temple Mount and Al-Aqsa Mosque, which they do,
Mhm.
the
Thank
whole Waqf control it's racist.
Yeah.
That's an actual apartheid.
It is.
Because
It
neither
is
Christians
racist.
nor Jews are allowed to
Racist
pray up
as
there.
fuck.
Nobody knows this.
Nobody
I
knows
talk
this.
about this every
And
week.
you know, October 7th was Operation Al-Aqsa Mosque.
Absolutely. Al-Aqsa flood.
Al-Aqsa.
Funded by, thank you very much, Egypt.
Yeah,
Right.
that's right.
Egypt first and foremost, who allowed everything in.
Right.
I blame Egypt for October 7th.
Of course.
It is Egypt.
Now, what
Pharaoh.
you were talking about us representing ourselves, I actually disagree with you. I
Okay.
think it's literally the only point that's been beaten over and over and over again is that Israel, at least from the Jewish
I've
circles,
never heard it.
we live in peace and we this and we that, and it's just boring already. That's all everybody ever talks about in like Jewish propaganda.
Yeah.
I have never heard it, so I'm excited. to
So
hear
I
this.
would say like that's the number one thing we always talk about is that there's peace and we live in peace and we have
I
equal
didn't
rights
say
and all
peace.
this.
I said we can't pray on our own holy sites because it's under Muslim control.
And also
in
on
Jerusalem.
the West Bank, where we're supposed to live in peace with the Arabs, I brought a black woman who worked for General Flynn with me when I went
Mhm.
last time.
Yeah.
And she was kind of a leftist, whatever, but I took her to the Arab city right next to the Jewish city.
Mhm.
And there was a big sign there that said, "No Jews allowed.
Yeah.
Enter at your own risk.
You'll be
You will
shot."
be shot."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh my God, this is worse than the South."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I go, "Well,
Welcome Jerusalem.
Welcome to the West Bank. It's wild
welcome
there.
to the West Bank."
But what I would say about how we represent ourselves, the reality that I've learned is people in the West don't care. I don't care. I could show them a million pictures and beat the bush on it. And I do it every day. I get millions of views on my YouTube channel showing
Well, the
people the
Jews
real
are all
Israel.
bankers, and they're all rich, and they're all the Khazarian mafia, and they all
Yeah, they
do
say all
Jeffrey
that shit.
Epstein.
And but nobody cares that we coexist in Israel. They don't care. They don't care about the news because it's not sensational enough. No one's running the pieces. We
Jews
need,
are
as
white.
Jewish people, first and foremost, to push Arab colonization in the Middle East.
Yeah.
If you want to get to people
They're
understanding
not even from the fucking Levant.
who Arabs,
Yeah.
yeah. But the thing is not to make the distinction. We have to make the distinction that people who are Arabs and people who have been Arabized,
Yes, we
people who are
do.
colonized by the Arabs, because there's a lot of people, wonderful people in Iraq, who don't want to be Arab anymore.
Right.
They want to regain access to their holy ziggurats and their ancient Mesopotamian heritage, and maybe not even be Muslim anymore. And we should help empower them to that.
Yeah, the freedom.
The freedom. Same thing with Iran and people who want to be Zoroastrian. They don't want to be Muslim anymore. They don't want to be under the crux of the IRGC,
Yeah.
of the Islamic
Well,
regime.
Iran is going Christian like fire.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And they're leaving Islam in droves. Same thing with Iraq, by the way.
Yeah.
I know.
And Lebanon.
Yeah.
Yes,
These
I
people
know.
want to be Phoenician again.
Yeah.
And China.
They don't want to be Arabs.
No.
No. Why would
And-
you wanna
and
do that?
Women want equal rights.
And we need to push them
I
as
agree.
Jewish people, more so than even talking about Israel and the positivity of Israel, because there's a lot of positivity there. We need to push people in the direction of Arab colonization. Arabs are colonizing the Middle East. They colonize the Middle East, and they're currently
Through
oppressing
Islam.
all
Through
of us.
Islam.
See,
Through
I
Islam.
would shoot back. That's all I ever see. I always make people are saying there's 56 Arab countries. There's 1.4 billion. Jerusalem is, what, 8 million?
It's
There's only
like
14
Israel
million
is
Jews.
New Jersey,
Yeah.
and the rest of the United States are the surrounding
The Arab
Arab
I would
countries.
push back on you.
countries.
People know that Arabs are colonists. They're white. They're brown colonizers. They don't care. So there's got to be something we can figure out for our side that we can do better, because our messaging is failing. We have to be honest with ourselves. It's failing, and we have to
It's
figure it out.
failing because they refuse to talk about brown Jews because they're racist.
I think there's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah.
But also,
They're complete
it's-
fucking
Like, why do you
racist.
think Candace Owens would? Why have I not been invited? I have a huge following.
Yeah.
I have a massive following. I have almost 400,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I'm getting millions of views.
I know you are.
Why have I not been invited on Piers Morgan once? Why have I not been invited
Well,
on
because
Candace's
you're
show?
brown.
So if that's the core
Brown Jews, they don't exist.
Yeah.
They're all from Europe, and they're all Ashkenazi Khazarians.
yeah, they're not
They're all
even
in
the
the
same
Khazarian
Jews
mafias.
as
then what's the solution to that? How do we fight against? I don't even know
That's
the
what I'm
solution to
asking
that.
I'll tell you what's the solution is Pesach, Shabbat, us having 25 babies. Get a beautiful
Ethiopian wife.
yes, and
Churn
I
out
have
babies.
a black son, and he needs one too, and they'll have 25
he doesn't.
babies.
He likes white girls.
So you see,